You're saying to TSM, we know your game, we know your element, we think we can beat you with our strategy first.
Hansama was forced to go back, and now Paraviel's in trouble.
Svenskeren trying to get himself out here now. Bjergsen providing the covering fire, and it's Power of Evil who has to expend his flash. Heal going to be used bottom lane by the side of TSM as Hansama and Ignar continuing to try to put the damage onto these guys, but they're significantly far behind in farm.
Will Misfits break that bottom lane open, which they're going to try to do here? They poked them for so long, and they know the heal is down.
TSM low on health, no heal available, shield coming down onto Double It, but Max Lore bops them. They walk away with the first blood.
He's gone for a very early Bramble Vest to make the laning phase a little bit easier, but he's actually ahead of Hansa in terms of the 1v1.
Yeah, could be coming. Nice dodge.
Oh, Max Lore trying to knock Svenskeren back. Sven is low. He's going to be taken down here. Svenskeren popped by Power of Evil.
TSM, they try to go for an early skirmish in the river, and they get very quickly punished by that of Misfits.
Yeah, you have to respect the Shen when it's level 6. Making those invades becomes more and more dangerous. Invading without a flash, he wanted the vision, shouldn't have incurred the risk.
And now Max Lore, he's on his way bot as well.
Here
you
we
can
go.
see Hansama and Ignar already a big trade.
Oh, TSM's gonna fall into the same trap twice. Max Lore coming down, moving around, and Hansama takes the kill on the double lift.
Here comes
as
Power of Evil.
gonna be taken down next. Yup, 4-0 for Misfits.
Once again, having that huge performance. Look at that CSD at 15. He was a big split push threat, but now Bjergsen getting another Cinder ult out. It's got to get away now.
Bjergsen forced to flash over the wall to get away from that. When the Shen ultimate comes in again for Misfits, they're making good use out of this.
And I do wonder if we're going to see in a priority around this Infernal Drake. You can see Bjergsen's hoping to go and posture a little bit. Power of Evil snuck into this brush. This is a very good sneak.
Bjergsen doesn't have his flash. Remember, he had to use it last time, and now he's going to be jumped on the damage coming through, but Biofrost keeps him alive! Somehow! Bjergsen walks away!
Fantastic play from Bjergsen. This is why he's known as a legend, getting an amazing outplay, getting 2 kills onto the 2 members of Misfits, and now their eyes are on the dragon.
The story kind of being told as the solo lanes have sacrificed themselves for bottom lane control. Hanser now going to be jumped on that 3 versus 1. Not a situation that even a big old Croc can get himself out of. Tries to, but can't quite do it. He will make Shen use the standing knife.
They're going for Baron.
TSM willing to call the bluff on this one, say, all right, you want to get 2 Infernal Drakes? We're going for this one. TP going to be used here as well, but Misfits already have the Drake. TSM is not doing this exceptionally quickly right now. Double lift over the wall with the Bioarcane Barrage. Baron still dropping rapidly. Misfits not aware, and TSM, 23-minute Baron. Right now, TSM now appears to be trying to set a trap or a pick in the enemy jungle. Clearing out some wards as they go. Svenskeren on the front line. Bjergsen looking to find a stun. Not going to be doing it, but now Bjergsen and the rest of TSM have got to be careful. The Sejuani ulti not finding its mark onto anyone. Bjergsen below half spin as well. Double lift takes out the red buff. Misfits can't quite collapse just yet, but Power of Evil is coming around from the flank. Misfits still may want to take this fight. Remember, the Sejuani has no ultimate.
Where's the rest of the engage? It's on a Shen. He's going to come in. They want to deliver.
Power of Evil trying to get in there as well. Svenskeren now going to be taken low. He's the target first and foremost, trying to get himself away. Ignar going to fall to double lift, and TSM turning this one around as Hanser continues to apply the damage. Grabbing the kill onto Alfari.
That was so close to being an initiation, but Power of Evil snapped back on the block as Alfari goes in, and the initiation was botched from there. TSM get the kills, and boy, are they sticking around at low health.
Power of Evil has the power to maybe make something happen here. This is what LeBlanc is born to do, but it's just so risky. TSM recognizes that. They back themselves away.
Sama.
Double lift, no mana, almost no health. PoE still looking to maybe find that instant pop onto the TSM line. Featherstorm comes out just to find them in the brush. TSM still moving exactly as a unit, getting themselves away. Power of Evil looking for the damage onto Hanser or Bjergsen, splits his fire a little bit. Hanser nearly taking out the heal to keep them alive to the ignite, but it is not enough.
Wow, such teamwork attempt there by TSM to all kind of save each other.
TSM continuing to defend this brush. We have seen so many fights at Worlds 2017 so far around this spot, and it looks like we're going to get another one. Initiation from Max Lore. TSM having to stay alive. Hanser trying to zone Power of Evil away, but TSM health bars are being destroyed. They have to back away from this one. The Featherstorm flies, and Biofrost going to be jumped on next. Power of Evil barely walking away. Flash into the taunt. They've got the lockdown. Bjergsen's out of there, and Hansama writes his death note as the rest of TSM have to escape.
Oh, they want so much more. They are not stopping this chase.
Monster trying to return some damage, wants to punish this chase from Misfits, but they're so far ahead in terms of health. TSM has nothing they can do.
The jungler is still alive in TSM, though.
Red turret destroyed. You can see it on your screen. That's going to be number 4 for Misfits. Hansama running away off to the side. Svenskeren not really finding anybody with the flail.
This is super smart by Misfits right now, and TSM is forced into forcing Baron. Otherwise, the Shen's going to take an inhibitor. They just got to go and try to fight.
Here we go. Svenskeren will be waiting over the wall. Finds some stuns. Only on to Maxlor, though. That's the front line. They're still going to take him very low. Hanser looking to find his way onto Hansama, but the feathers fly, and he's forced to retreat. The feathers will stay down. He doesn't recall them with the Blade Caller just yet. TSM now backing themselves away. Hanser, no ulti. TSM back onto the Baron.
They're back on the Baron, but they accomplish the goal of getting the Shen ultimate out. They feel so confident in this play. Incredibly risky.
Svenskeren tanking the Baron, losing a lot of his health to this one. Bjergsen low on mana. He can't contribute very well to this fight. Power of Evil, more chains coming through, but TSM backs away.
So many ultimates are unavailable for TSM. They don't feel confident to stick enough in this fight. And Hansam are going to quickly try to punish. Misfits playing around this Baron beautifully. And they're forcing TSM back. Oh no, TSM they're back on the Baron!
They're trying to fake it. They're trying to go for the Baron yet again. Alfari on the front line. Misfits does not have everyone around.
Ignar
and Maxlor are back in the base. TSM may still be able to secure this. Alfari trying to buy the time, but double lift is gone! The Baron's secured by TSM, but they still lose one.
What an aggressive call. The GA pops up. It's the second death. And now what do they do with 54 seconds, 36 seconds? Those are the death timers for TSM.
This is the chance for Misfits to push up, take whatever they can find. You've got that 5 versus 3 moment. You've got the minions waiting right outside the base. It's time to break it open.
Maxlor's flash is up. Bjergsen's is not. He's going to go for it.
Bjergsen having to respect this, having to back himself away. TSM knows there's no way to defend this here.
Look at the Elder Drake as well. Misfits, if they get the inhibitor and turn this double Infernal plus Mountain into an Elder, that's still a pretty big game. TSM with the quick decision making, but Misfits coming out with the team fight wins. Now TSM, they're concerned about the Elder. They do use the Farsight into the pit.
No flash on Bjergsen. Wherever he goes, he's in danger.
Power of Evil jumps out to the vision. Double if the one who's caught out yet again, taunted up and brought down. Svenskeren having to run, but he still should be taken down here. 4, make it 5 versus 1.
Think about who just died for TSM. That's double. One of the big carries of the team has been taken out. Bjergsen still has no flash, and Misfits have all 5 members.
They don't have Baron, but they do got a really big minion. Some call him a super minion in the mid lane. 3 versus 5. Bjergsen no flash. Bio no flash. They do have redemption, but this is a hard defense. Misfits going for the win.
If Bjergsen wants to make a name for himself as a legend, this is the time to do it. Only him and the Nexus stand in the way.
One Nexus turret gone. TSM have to make their fight with the flash into the taunt. Able to find Bjergsen. He's going to go down soon. He grabs the kill into PoE, but he still falls. 2 versus 4. Misfits still looking to end it. Hanser needs to find his way onto Hansama, but can't quite do it. Another big taunt from Alfari to lock him down, but Alfari drops instead. Hansama on the run. Nexus turret still standing. TSM reinforcements arrive, and they hold that Nexus.
As TSM's going for it would empower them so much for that push. He's going in.
Maxlor's been a hero this game so far, but he jumps in a little bit too early. TSM immediately turn and return fire. The Elder Drake slightly resets, but it will go the way of North America's #1 team.
It's a LeBlanc Shen composition. They've been winning fights because they've gotten amazing initiations from Maxlor.
Maxlor doing more than his fair share of the work this game, as now Hanser comes in trying to make the move on to Power of Evil. Svenskeren getting down a stun, throwing out another one with the Glacial Prison. Alfari makes his way in. Spirit's Refuge to provide some protection. Hansama going to be taken very low. Double Lift having the Redemption come down onto him. Massive stuns from Bjergsen. Redemption keeps the Misfits players in good enough shape to potentially continue here. Power of Evil, the one who's isolated, but he's also the one with all the mobility. Gets away just fine. TSM now with control over the Baron area themselves. They've got the control over the river. They're putting down the vision, sweeping out the Misfits vision.
But they don't have control over the waves. The top and bot lanes are massive, so TSM is in a really tough position here, trying to get control of the minion waves back, and Misfits is pressuring them off.
Misfits health bars are back to full, by the way. TSM telling a similar story, but not quite as strongly. Misfits know they've got control over this area, and the map favors them. Power of Evil jumping out onto Sven, not really the guy you want to find. The Arctic Armor from Sejuani, very effective at preventing those quick bursts of damage. Stun lands onto Hansama. Remember, Hans No ulti available right now, no summoner spells either.
Look at those top waves you can see in the top lane and the bot. Massive stacks for Misfits.
Yeah, the top wave has 1 cannon, the bottom lane has 3. So both of those turrets have the real potential of going down if TSM doesn't answer.
And yet again, TSM is forced to make a decision. Misfits put them in this spot time and time
Here they
again.
go.
And now they're going. This
Do
could
or
very
die.
well determine the outcome of the game. TSM on the Baron, not taking it down quickly. Saving abilities, saving cooldowns for the upcoming fight. Baron down to half. TSM still looking for more. Sejuani ulti comes out. Alfari the target. Spirit's Refuge keeping him alive. But Double Lift is down! And Bjergsen runs from Maxlore as Misfits look to clean up the rest of TSM and end this game!
Power of Evil found the chain onto Double. If the barrier wasn't enough, they killed 3. The minions are already in place for Misfits to end this game.
Misfits know they can win this one. Biofrost can try to waste as much time as he likes. Haunser respawns from the GA. Alfari grabs the kill, and Misfits push up mid.
Misfits, the underdogs in this game. No one expected anything, but they bit hard down onto TSM. They're gonna get the upset win. They're gonna get the game.
They stopped TSM from having the perfect week 1 in groups. They grabbed the ace at the end. This team was excited to play against TSM. They were excited at the prospect of shutting up those chants, and now they did it.
And to Max Lore's point, he did beat TSM faster than he beat Flash Wolves by a whole minute.